Okay, it's been an absolutely fun day today. Pastor Dan from CrossRoads in Red Deer, Alberta has been here and ministering to us. Dan, it was so cool.
Well, it's such a great day to be here, Jonathan, and you know, to actually sense the presence of Jesus in this church, in the outskirts of Athens. It's just exciting to be here. To see the young people taking leadership, that was really encouraging.
Well, that's really been my passion here at this little church plant that we're calling City Church. Justin thought that it should be called Village Church because we're kind of in the village, but really on the outskirts of Athens, we've chosen to do this church plant just to be part of the growing need for new churches in our country. We've been able to distribute God's Word to about 3,500 villages. And now this burden is just growing in my heart that we've got to start new initiatives. And the way we're going to do that is we've got to get the young people excited about the prospects of reaching out. So City Church is just one of 3 efforts that HM is doing right now. The other one's in Crete, and the other one is up in the birthplace of Alexander the Great in an area called Edessa. So the Pastors Conference that you've been a part of has been part of growing that initiative of we've got to work together. And then we've got to encourage those others that are also doing church planting. And Pastor Dan, that was so neat a couple years ago when we got together. But just this last Pastors Refresh Conference, we had some 5 different church plants that were present in this greater Athens area.
You know what struck me today, when you say that, it hits me again, is that there's a place in Revelation where God says that around the throne, there'll be people from every nation, culture, language. There's going to be a lot of Greek people around there because these are places, these church plants where God's going to bring people to Christ. So exciting to think about that.
Well, the fact of the matter is that we can't do it alone. And we just want to thank you for your partnership with us and just the encouragement that comes to our hearts. But we're also part of a continuum of blessing. And today there was, you ministered to a family from a Roma Gypsy community that has begun coming. And it was so neat just to be able to remind myself of how God works. 28 years ago, there's this little gypsy boy that's begging on the train. And one of our board members saw him there and took them to my dad to meet my father. And my father began to work with the family and with the mother of Dimitri. Dimitri grew up, married, had his own family, got on and off of drugs and has been clean for about 6 months. We've been trying to help him as a mission. We finally said, Dimitri, we can't help you anymore unless you help your family come to know the Lord. So I want to see you at the bus stop and I'll pick you up. And so a little over a month ago, he started coming faithfully, bringing his 4 kids. And today they brought 2 more of his nieces. And his parting words today as we talked was, I'm just so concerned that my children grow up to know the Lord.
That's exciting.
And so I'm filled with excitement of what God is doing, and not just here at City Church, but through the lives of others who will go out and with this vision of influencing and impacting our country and our culture and the nations with the gospel. Thanks, Dan.
Oh, what a privilege to be here.
Today.
Thanks, Jonathan.
And thanks to all of you who make it possible for us to work and serve here in this country of Greece, to bring the gospel to a country and to a people that are still waiting.